Hi, in this quick recording, I want to take you through what the process looks like if you have to set disclaimer for assets. As you can see, I've got a bunch of assets sitting in this particular folder demo. And if I were to set some sort of, disclaimer text, so users who download the asset are aware of, what the terms and conditions are. The way I have to do that is go into the properties of the asset. And as part of the properties, which is basically the metadata, and going into the advanced set, I have the ability to, set whatever values that I want to set in this case. In this case, I want to set some sort of Creative Cloud licensing terms and conditions. And once I've set that value, I can hit save and close. So if I were to download the asset, I get prompted for, for agreeing on some of the terms and conditions as part of the copyright management. So if I pick the asset, and there I can see what I need to agree or disagree. So if I agree, I'm able to download the asset. If I disagree, then I can't proceed forward. In this case, let me agree, and then I hit download, and it allows me to download the asset to my desktop. So that's how simple it is in terms of setting metadata, disclaimer metadata to an asset, and what the process looks like in terms of when somebody tries to download the asset and what prompts that they have to agree and disagree. Now, to make this process of setting some of this disclaimer content easy, AEM assets provides you the ability to sort of bulk update metadata. So if I were to sort of update more than one asset with a disclaimer value, then I can actually go into the properties of the asset. It takes me to the metadata screen. In this case, as you can see, I'm editing the metadata for more than one asset. So I go back to the advanced, and I can then set the disclaimer text. Hitting save and close, I can submit the values. So now I've been able to successfully set the disclaimer text for both these assets. So when I try to download it, I can actually see, the terms and conditions set on each of the assets. So I need to be able, I should be agreeing to both the assets terms and conditions, in which case I can then download the assets. So that's what it looks like. But but in case, there is a folder where, every asset that needs to go into that particular folder has to automatically set this, disclaimer text so that you don't have to do it after the fact. In order to make that process simpler, AEM Assets provides metadata profiles. So in this interface, I've created a simple metadata profile. Going into the metadata profile and going and editing it and going into the advanced, I can click on the disclaimer text and set some sort of value. Now that I've saved the value, I can hit save. So in order for me to apply this particular profile on the folder, I can pick the particular profile and then choose the apply metadata profile to a particular folder. In this case, I'll set it to the demo folder. So what this does is anytime I upload assets into the DAM, let's say I've got a bunch of assets on my local computer here. So if I were to, upload a particular asset, say this one, yeah. So as soon as, the metadata extraction is done, it also executes the processing profile, which automatically sets the new metadata that's, associated at the folder level. So if I go into the properties, I can actually see the value set on the asset. So I don't have to do that as a second step every time I upload assets. Anytime I upload assets directly into the DAM, that particular metadata automatically gets set. And this is done at a folder level. So there could be some other folders within the DAM which don't need this disclaimer text, whereas there could be other folders where this is very important. So that's a simple overview of how you can set metadata and make disclaimer text as part of this process. Hope that's useful. Thank you.